Good evening, everyone, and welcome into Madison Central High School as tonight the Madison Central Indians, who have been red hot to start the 2025-2026 campaign, will host the defending state champions, the Warhawks of Great Crossing. We've got all the action here for you on WBON TV. The JV game taking a little bit longer to finish up. So as the JV game enters the fourth quarter, 37-35, Great Crossing in front. We will send it over to a commercial break. We'll continue to update you to the end of the JV game, and then we'll start our full-fledged Chenault Vineyards pregame show when we get going with the official broadcast. It is the JV game going on right now, the varsity game, the Indians and the Warhawks of Great Crossing, the defending state champions, coming your way later on WBON TV.
We would like to invite you to join our family at Bishop's Small Engine Repair.
Outdoor Power has become a family tradition, with 3 generations here bringing you years of experience.
We will help you find the best selection of outdoor power equipment from Code Cadet, Grasshopper, DeWalt, Makita, Echo, Shindawa, and now Steel in our Georgetown store.
Or bring your equipment into our service department. We will keep it running for years to come.
And as with all families, we have to keep Mama happy. So come on in and see us at Bishop's Small Engine Repair in Richmond and in Georgetown.
You know what they say. Every great season starts with a strong lineup. Neat agility, the Trailblazer cuts through traffic like a wide receiver in the red zone. Power, the Silverado handles work and tailgates like a linebacker on a mission. And if you're ready to go electric, the Equinox EV has the range to go all the way. No matter your game plan, Jack Burford Chevrolet has the vehicle that suits your drive. Stop in, suit up, and let's kick off your next adventure.
Who makes the best meal in Richmond? Nuevo Vallarta. Friendly service, a place that's good for kids and good for groups. Head to Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond. Nuevo Vallarta is known for warm hospitality, great prices, great food, and the best fajitas in town. Start with an appetizer, order a la carte, or choose from their huge menu of Mexican favorites for grown-ups and kids. Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond.
You've heard the name Chenault Vineyards, but what do you know about it? Chenault Vineyards is a place for the community to enjoy. Central Kentucky's premier event and wedding destination with 5 event venues, full-service catering, over 13 varieties of wine, live music entertainment, seasonal food options, weekly themed Wednesday night out and girls night out, trivia, murder mystery date nights, and free yoga on the point with beautiful views. Everyone can find something to do at Chenault Vineyards. Want to know more? Follow them on Facebook and Instagram or plan your night out at ChenaultVineyards.com.
We all have dreams. For some, it might be playing professional baseball like Keenan Wiley, former Madison Central baseball player, did. For others, maybe it's just dreaming of your forever home. Well, after a career of playing the game that he loved, now Keenan has another dream, helping you find that dream home. Check out the new development at Crutcher Pike Estates here in Richmond. Like Keenan Wiley Real Estate on Facebook, and let Keenan help guide you through the process of finding your dream home in Central Kentucky. Back to the action here on WBON TV. The JV game again currently going on as the Madison Central JV team down 40-39, just under 4 minutes to play. And as always, our coverage on WBON TV is presented by Bishop's Small Engine Repair, located here in Richmond on North Estill Avenue in Richmond. They've also got a location over in Scott County. So whether you're a Great Crossing fan or a Madison Central fan, you can always find what you need at Bishop's Small Engine Repair, a location in Georgetown and one here in Richmond to better serve their customers. It's Michael Watkins. Evan Preston will join us here on the broadcast. And Evan, we got a good game tonight between Madison Central and Great Crossing. The JV game is a tight one right now, 40-40 score. And these are the days where you kind of don't realize you're living the dream. These guys right here, man, they don't know how good they've got it right now.
They don't, and usually about fourth quarter of those JV games, varsity crowd starts rolling in.
Yeah.
But this is a good time for them to show their varsity coaches that, you know, they deserve some varsity minutes too. So it's good for at this age. You know, they're trying to get minutes. I would assume on both teams that are trying to get varsity minutes.
Yeah, and it's good for these kids, too. You get the experience. You're playing in a big game, a good atmosphere on a Friday night. And, of course, with about 3 minutes to go, Central takes a 2-point lead. So we'll take another commercial break. We'll come back. We'll have the finish of the JV game for you, and we'll dive into our pregame show coverage here on WBON TV.
Hey! Oh, my gosh, your husband is so hot. I know. No, like really hot. I know.
We've got to call Joseph's Heating and Air.
Is your AC unit not cooling? Call Joseph's Heating and Air. Your experts in fast, reliable AC maintenance and repair. They'll keep you cool when it matters most. Proudly serving Richmond, Lexington, and surrounding areas. Don't sweat it. Call Joseph's Heating and Air.
Hi, I'm Gwen from Gwen's Fine Jewelers, and we would love to invite you into our family-owned business.
Select from our beautiful Valina designs, Carissa designs, or we can custom design your dream ring. Gwen's Fine Jewelers is your exclusive Kendra Scott boutique in Richmond. Special financing options available, on-site jewelry repair, and layaway. Find your dream ring at Gwen's. Gwen's Fine Jewelers, where dreams come true.
To some, it's just a boat. But to Jim, it's his escape from meetings, traffic, and the grind of daily life. He may not catch any keepers, but he wouldn't trade his day on the lake for anything in the world. That's why his boat is insured by Kentucky Farm Bureau. But it's not just Kentucky's Farm Bureau. It's Jim's Recharge the Battery Farm Bureau. My Farm Bureau.
David Mayo, John Rader, and Chris Hornsby with Kentucky Farm Bureau.
Granite, marble, and quartz for any surface. Make a lifetime commitment you won't regret.
Wings or strips?
Wings.
No, strips. Guess I gotta flip a coin.
Famous last words.
Wings and strips.
You just can't lose with the split decision meal. Only at Lee's. Famous for a reason.
Your Lee's Famous Recipe locations are proud supporters of our local Madison County High School sports teams. Have dinner tonight before the game at Lee's Berea, just off I-75 at exit 76, or swing by Lee's Richmond, 1000 Center Drive. Since 1974, Linville Insurance has proudly served our community with values that stand the test of time: family, integrity, and service. We lead with kindness, do what's right, help others, and stay informed so you can trust us with what matters most. As a proud Shepherd Insurance partner, we offer the strength of a large agency with the heart of a local one. From business to home, auto, farm, life, and employee benefits, we are your one-stop insurance advisor. Join the Linville Insurance family and experience the difference.
Back to the action here on WBON TV. The JV game winding down. Madison Central holding on to a 42-40 lead. 2:23 to play. Michael Watkins, Evan Preston here with Edelman right there is showcasing his ability. There's a lot of really good players on this JV team for Madison Central. Of course, the Indians varsity team set to face great crossing. And that kid right there showing you he's not afraid of the moment. Takes a deep three. His team down 4. Cuts it to a 1-point game. Madison Central and great crossing. The JV game coming down to the wire. And Evan, I'll tell you one thing. You know, you said you graduated in 09 from Garrett County. I graduated from a little school up in Breathitt County in 07, Jackson City. You see a lot of parents now holding those phones out.
Oh, yeah.
That's something we didn't have back in the day, man.
And honestly, I was talking last night to some kids how lucky these kids have it to have a broadcast like this, to have, you know, even their newspapers that constantly post pictures, you know. And we weren't in school that long ago, but we had to, like, you know, everything we had was watermarked with the newspaper, and you know, we had to try and put it on our MySpace.
Yeah, your top 8 on my. Yeah. Well, even doing or finding a copy of a radio broadcast from, you know, 10, 15 years ago is hard to do.
Oh, yeah, you can't get it.
we've been doing the streaming since 2017. You know, and that's something that's become like everybody now has some type of streaming partner or platform. And, you know, I think COVID was a big reason for that, but just the accessibility and the fact that everybody has the ability to do that now, I think is a big deal for some of these kids. Listen, got a 4-point game. Let's take one more commercial break. We'll come back for the final seconds of the JV game and the varsity game. We'll get our pregame coverage going for that when we come back on WBON TV.
At Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry, we make it our priority to deliver the gentle, compassionate care that you deserve from a dentist. Offering single-visit restoration on crowns, bridges, inlays, onlays, and veneers with CERAC. Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry is equipped to handle all your dental needs, from surgical implant placement and restoration, teeth whitening, root canal therapy, and more. And we now have the Cone Beam 3D technology for taking scans of the jaw. For your next dental appointment, call Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry at 859-985-0201.
Founded by Kentuckians for Kentuckians, Whitaker Bank is a uniquely Kentucky bank committed to the communities it serves. At Whitaker Bank, you'll find personalized service, a dedication to excellence, and a genuine desire to help you achieve your financial goals. Visit us at any of our conveniently located branches or go to whitakerbank.com to learn how Whitaker Bank can serve you. Whitaker Bank, uniquely Kentucky.
Buying this boat was a total no-brainer.
Okay, I get it. You say no-brainer and the guy with no brain shows up?
I'm sorry, we meant our new boat.
For a new boat? You don't call me. You call State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is...
There?
I was gonna say that.
He's right. Your State Farm agent can help you choose the right coverage for your new boat and your RV. It's kind of a no-brainer. Easy decision.
All right.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Are you tired of living with the pain and discomfort that comes with getting older? If you're like me, then sometimes just getting up can be a challenge. At Orthopedic Sports and Physical Therapy in Richmond, their experts are here to help get you back in the game. Whether it's a sports injury, recovering from an accident, or just the aches and pains that come with age, they'll connect you with someone who can put together a personalized treatment plan and deliver long-lasting results. Visit osptky.com to get started, or go by and see former Madison Central graduate Heather Kleins.
At the Galaxy Bowling Center and Champions Bar and Grill, we have activities galore, including video games, bowling, pool, delicious food at Champions, plus karaoke and live entertainment 7 days a week. Enjoy the climate-controlled patio, watch NFL football, and your Kentucky Wildcats all season long. The Galaxy Bowling Center and Champions Bar and Grill, just off exit 87 at 1025 Amberley Way in Richmond.
Honor, integrity, excellence. When it comes to protecting your home, rely on the experts who have served our country. At VC Veterans Contracting, our mission is to make your home feel safe. Our customers constantly rate us 5 stars for our expertise and professionalism. Trust your roof to the veterans who served. Call VC Veterans Contracting today or scan the code on screen for a free quote. VC Veterans Contracting, your roof, our mission.
Bryce Smith at the line for Madison Central, and over the last few minutes he has really started to carry the offensive load for this Indians JV team. This free throw will put the Indians, or could have put the Indians up by 4. He missed it. So with about 45 seconds to go, the Warhawks have a chance to tie with a 3 or try to chip away at it. It's an open look and no good. Bryce Smith will get the rebound, and we'll get free throws here down the stretch, see if the Indians can win or hold on for the win. Saw the kid there like he was upset the referee called the foul on him. I mean, you want to foul there in that spot, right?
I guess he wasn't planning on it. I guess he was trying to steal it from the big man. But, yeah, I mean, 3-point game.
Is there anything any better, though, when you're out here watching a high school basketball game and you got a kid that clearly fouls somebody and they're like, I didn't even touch him, coach. You see it in the NBA a lot. They go back and they'll replay it and they're like, well, you clobbered the guy. So.
Yeah. Lucky you didn't get charged for it, honestly.
51-47. Smith going to try to close it out here. Madison Central and Great Crossing. Big matchup in Richmond. Really good crowd on hand making their way into the gymnasium here. And Alan Feldhouse Jr., the Hall of Fame resume, the head coach of the Indians, trying to just continue this role the Indians are on. Off to a great start, senior year for his nephew, Jake Feldhouse, having a terrific senior season. And obviously the Belmont commit will look to continue his performance and the way he's been doing things here down the stretch. Take one more 3-minute commercial break, folks. When we come back, we'll start our pregame coverage. And once again, as always, our coverage on WBON TV is presented by Bishop's Small Engine Repair. It's 52-47 here in the JV game. Indians trying to hold on. We'll step aside for a quick commercial break, and we'll be back on WBON TV.
Kentucky weather is unpredictable. That's why everyone, even other local businesses, trust Madison HVAC.
Hey, it's Derek with Madison HVAC. We're here at Mann Chrysler, changing out a rooftop. It's been pretty cold. We're going to go inside and check in with Todd, who is the sales manager, and see if they're excited about getting new heat.
They should have heat on this afternoon, and they would be more than happy for you all to come out and check them out, and they'll have a very nice warm lobby for you to hang out in.
Learn more at MadisonHVACR.com.
Pruitt & Sons Auctioneers have over 24 years experience in the auction industry. Whether you're selling real estate, personal property, or liquidating your assets, Pruitt & Sons can help take your property to auction and walk you through the process. Serving all over Central Kentucky, visit PruittAuctioneers.com. And remember, Angela Pruitt for all your real estate needs as well.
When life gets complicated, you need someone who understands. Since 2003, Blevins Law has navigated real estate closings, wills, estates, car accidents, and personal injury cases with care and clarity. If your family has experienced death or injury, make Blevins your first call.
Blevins Law. Compassionate, reliable, real. Call 859-985-5410 to hire Blevins Law for the win. Office is located at 400 Richmond Road, North Berea, or search blevinslaw.net to contact them today. Gillum Sports Lounge isn't just a place for good food and hospitality. It's about gathering with family and friends, satisfying those taste buds, and cheering on your favorite team. You can't go wrong with one of their delicious burgers, salads, pizzas, or one of their many appetizers. Order online or stop in and see for yourself why Gillum Sports Lounge has been a staple in Richmond for almost 20 years. Located inside the Richmond Mall. Gillum Sports Lounge. Like them on Facebook to see more.
The holidays can stress even the best planners. Between travel, shopping, family, and everything else, you and your budget can get stretched thin fast. With CVMB checking powered by Bazing, you can make the most of the season. Score shopping discounts, save on travel, get roadside assistance, and even get paid up to 2 days early. All in one checking account that helps you make the most of the season. CVMB. Bank better.
Looking for a fiesta on a Thursday night? Head over to El Mejor Mexican Restaurant in Richmond. Karaoke Thursdays at 6 p.m. Grab the mic, sing your heart out, and enjoy $2.99 margaritas all night long. And don't forget, El Mejor is the only Mexican restaurant in town with a delicious lunch buffet served fresh every weekday. El Mejor, where every meal feels like a celebration. Located at 830 Eastern Bypass in the Old Richmond Mall. Nos vemos pronto.
Welcome back into WBON TV. As always, presented by Bishop's Small Engine Repair. If you're a fan of Great Crossing or a fan of Madison Central, well, Bishop's Small Engine Repair has a location just for you. One in Georgetown and one here in Richmond, right down the road on North Estill Avenue. Plenty of places to check out if you are a Scott County fan or a Madison County fan. Bishop's Small Engine Repair is here for you. Tonight it's Madison Central hosting Great Crossing as we welcome you into the Chenault Vineyards pregame show. Good news for Chenault Vineyards fans. They are back open tomorrow after some construction on the Welcome Center and a renovation to all the things inside of the Welcome Center. Tomorrow when they open for the 2026 season, you'll see lots of changes inside at Chenault Vineyards. Find out more at ChenaultVineyards.com and get your tickets now for the Murder Mystery Valentine's Day Party. Plenty of great selections to choose from at Chenault Vineyards. Again, you can like them on Facebook for more information. Michael Watkins, Evan Preston here with you as the Madison Central Indians try to continue their stellar play. Just one loss on the season. But tonight they welcome in the Warhawks of Great Crossing, the defending state champion. And Evan, as we look at this matchup tonight, Madison Central with hopes of being where Great Crossing was last year. And they have the team that is able to do it.
They do. And like you talked about, led by outstanding senior in Jake Feldhouse. As we've looked, I mean, Great Crossing still the defending champions, and I'm sure Coach Feldhouse has let the guys know that until somebody knocks them off. He's been in that seat, you know, the season after you win a state championship. Everybody's trying to knock you off. So I really think that Madison Central is going to come out. We talked about them being more of a second-half team. I look for them to take a pretty good lead in this first half just because of that fact.
Yeah, you look at the guys inside. It's a good matchup between Feldhouse and the big guy for Great Crossing. But the thing that makes Madison Central so special this year, you know, last year with Luke Asher being injured for a lot of the season, Feldhouse really carrying the scoring load. And then this year, Grayson Burton, the transfer from Knox Central, transfers in after averaging over 20 points a game as a freshman last year for Knox Central. He comes in, adds another scoring punch, another year of Luke Asher, who has just continued to get better and show more confidence. Those three guys averaging over 15 a game, really carrying that load off offensively, because any given night, any of those three guys can get you 25 points, and they have shown you on some nights that the two or three of them can do just that. That is what has made this team so difficult to try to contend this year. Talked about them being a second-half team. That has really been the case. Almost every game in the last 2 or 3 weeks, they've been within 5 to 10 points, and then Central has just found a way to blow it out in the second half. That was the case on Tuesday against Henry Clay. Had a double-digit lead at the half, but went on to win by 50-some points. A terrific performance there, and a lot going on with this Madison Central Indians basketball team as they welcome in the defending state champs, the Warhawks of Great Crossing. Step aside for our first commercial break. Plenty more to get to as we break down this matchup tonight and get you set for the tip-off between Madison Central and Great Crossing on WBON TV.
Precision Gas Plumbing is affordable, fast, and reliable. A local fireplace dealer that offers gas, wood, or electric fireplaces, grills, outdoor heating options, and propane tanks. They also offer existing fireplace services, gas line installs, repairs, and propane delivery. Serving Madison, Fayette, Laurel, Rockcastle, Pulaski, and other surrounding counties. Trust Precision Gas Plumbing and stay warm and save money on your electric bill. Like them on Facebook or call 859-228-0077.
Looking to transform your home from the floor up in 2026? At Interior Solutions by ICL in Richmond, they make your vision a reality. From beautiful hardwood and luxury vinyl to cozy carpet and tile, their expert team helps you find the perfect fit for your style and budget. Located at 124 Green Circle in Richmond, order online or call 859-200-8360 for a free consultation. Interior Solutions, an Ingram Company Limited affiliate, where great floors start and beautiful homes come together.
It's that time of year when we are day and night driving with our kids all over. Your car never stops. At AMCO Transmissions, we make sure to keep you rolling. We have the latest technology, certified technicians, and longest warranty to keep your vehicles running strong. We specialize in all foreign and domestic transmissions, drivetrain, or just general maintenance. Did you know at AMCO the average customer saves $1,800 in comparison to the dealer? And AMCO has a longer warranty. Come see us at AMCO Transmission for the best service and the cheapest prices around. AA MCO.
When it comes to auto service, two things are important: experience and hometown service. Hall & Sons Auto Care is starting their 20th year in business in Richmond. That's 20 years locally owned and operated. Hall & Sons Auto Care can take care of you from preventative maintenance to major engine repair. Hall & Sons Auto Care is also carrying BW towing products as well as rough country suspension and lift kits. Give us a chance to be your auto repair shop. Visit us at 209 North Keeneland Drive in Richmond.
Cars of Kentucky is a proud sponsor of Eastern Kentucky University Athletics. In Richmond, we bleed maroon. Go Colonels. And when you're ready for your next pre-owned automobile, swing on over to Cars of Kentucky. Cars of Kentucky has vehicles starting at $3,000 and up, so we literally have something for every budget. 356 Big Hill Avenue in Richmond, or check them out, carsofkentucky.com. Let's go Colonels.
Cars break down. Tires go flat. Check engine lights show up at the worst possible time. Don't break the bank fixing your car when ABR Auto Recyclers has you covered. They have good used tires, a huge selection of parts, and they can get a large selection of aftermarket parts shipped overnight. They're just a quick drive down 4 Mile, and you can't miss them on Box Ankle Road. You can save 50 to 75% off retail prices. Go see Scott and the gang or check them out online at abrautorecyclers.net.
We're back here on the Chenault Vineyards pregame show. Get your tickets now for the Valentine's Day celebration at Chenault Vineyards. You can buy your tickets online at ChenaultVineyards.com or through the Chenault Vineyards Facebook page. A lot of fun things coming up during 2026 at Chenault Vineyards, and the best way to keep up is by following them on Facebook or on Instagram. Michael Watkins here with you, along with Evan Preston on the Chenault Vineyards pregame show. A good matchup tonight. I have a couple of big guys for Great Crossing and Madison Central. Of course, the Indians, but Jake Feldhouse leading the way. Him, Luke Asher, Grayson Burton, with the shooting of Will Richardson, the experience and the leadership of Cam Steele, and then, of course, the bench play of Joe Powers. They don't go super deep, Evan, but Powers and Christian Lawson coming in occasionally, having those guys that you, when you need to go to the bench, having at least 2 or 3 guys that can come in, and you don't lose a ton. Right. Of course, for the Indians, though, they've got to be led by those 3 big scorers in Feldhouse, Burton, and Luke Asher.
Yeah, and that's big in high school basketball. If you've just got a couple that can come off the bench, of course, you've got 3, you said scoring 15 a game. Really, you just don't want a big drop-off if somebody gets in foul trouble, and that's a big key that Madison Central has at least a couple that can come in and they won't get a drop-off in the big games, because you're going to need that when you get to the district and region tournament. Yeah, and you've got to have experience, too. In the last 2 or 3 years, we've really seen this same Madison Central team, really after last season. Cody Morrison graduates, Ricky Goatley transfers to Henry Clay, but everybody else is back in the fold, and then you add in the scoring of Grayson Burton. But this team has the experience after going through what they went through the last couple of years, and they've already been building toward this 2025-26 season. I don't even think they, though, thought they could be this good, but considering how the guys have played a terrific job with the coaching staff. Of course, you got Feldhouse, who's a legend, but he's had this same coaching staff around for a long time as well. And that makes a huge difference, and that's honestly that's a credit to Coach Feldhouse. Keeping the same assistants, that means they enjoy working for him, and that's a credit to him as a coach, his character. People enjoy working for him, so I'd say it'd be a pretty good time, going to Rupp quite a bit. Yeah. Well, you and I have been there. We've both been head coaches. You coached at the high school level before over at Garrett County. I've coached at the middle school level. The development is obviously a key piece to it. You don't get to where he is at without developing talent. Obviously, over the years, you've had a lot of really good players come through here, but I think what has made this program special are the guys who go out there and may average 4 points a game, but they're willing to lay their body on the line for a guy like Ellen Feldhouse, like Steve Page, who's a great coach at Great Crossing, wins a state championship in his first 3 or 4 years at the helm there. But it's hard to consistently win. Great Crossing is now seeing that. To consistently put a good product on the floor is very difficult, but when you've got guys like Feldhouse, like Page at the helm, you see these teams, even if they're not the best team year in and year out, they compete night in and night out. Yeah, and 2 great coaches that demand a lot from their players, and their players, those coaches demand certain things from them, whether it be diving on the floor, they're cutting it. I'm watching both teams warm up right now. Nobody's dogging it. Nobody's got headphones on their head. Trust me, we see that nowadays more than anything. But they're all doing the same stuff. Nobody's going half speed, and that's because these two great legendary coaches are demanding that from them from the start of warm-ups until the clock hits in the fourth quarter. So that's the reason they have so much success. It's not just because they have, really talented players. That helps a lot, though.
Madison Central and Great Crossing here on WBON TV. Take another commercial break. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere, folks. A big matchup here on WBON TV tonight.
We would like to invite you to join our family at Bishop's Small Engine Repair. Outdoor Power has become a family tradition, with 3 generations here bringing you years of experience. We will help you find the best selection of outdoor power equipment from Code Cadet, Grasshopper, DeWalt, Makita, Echo, Shindawa, and now Steel in our Georgetown store. Or bring your equipment into our service department. We will keep it running for years to come. And as with all families, we have to keep Mama happy. So come on in and see us at Bishop's Small Engine Repair in Richmond and in Georgetown.
You know what they say. Every great season starts with a strong lineup. Neat agility, the Trailblazer cuts through traffic like a wide receiver in the red zone. Power, the Silverado handles work and tailgates like a linebacker on a mission. And if you're ready to go electric, the Equinox EV has the range to go all the way. No matter your game plan, Jack Burford Chevrolet has the vehicle that suits your drive. Stop in, suit up, and let's kick off your next adventure.
Who makes the best meal in Richmond? Nuevo Vallarta. Friendly service, a place that's good for kids and good for groups. Head to Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond. Nuevo Vallarta is known for warm hospitality, great prices, great food, and the best fajitas in town. Start with an appetizer, order a la carte, or choose from their huge menu of Mexican favorites for grown-ups and kids. Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond.
You've heard the name Chenault Vineyards, but what do you know about it? Chenault Vineyards is a place for the community to enjoy. Central Kentucky's premier event and wedding destination with 5 event venues, full-service catering, over 13 varieties of wine, live music entertainment, seasonal food options, weekly themed Wednesday night out and girls night out, trivia, murder mystery date nights, and free yoga on the point with beautiful views. Everyone can find something to do at Chenault Vineyards. Want to know more? Follow them on Facebook and Instagram or plan your night out at ChenaultVineyards.com.
We all have dreams. For some, it might be playing professional baseball like Keenan Wiley, former Madison Central baseball player, did. For others, maybe it's just dreaming of your forever home. Well, after a career of playing the game that he loved, now Keenan has another dream, helping you find that dream home. Check out the new development at Crutcher Pike Estates here in Richmond. Like Keenan Wiley Real Estate on Facebook, and let Keenan help guide you through the process of finding your dream home in Central Kentucky. Welcome back into WBON TV. Michael Watkins here with you. About 6.5 minutes till the tip-off between the Indians of Madison Central and the Warhawks of Great Crossing. Now take a look at our game time temperature. It's really weird to be wearing short sleeves and even shorts at times over the last few days here in the month of January. Right now, 55 degrees outside, but we all know eventually that cooler weather is going to be coming in. Right now, predicted to be 34 degrees on Sunday. And what this does, folks, this continuing changing of the weather, the mid-60s, then down to the mid-30s, and a few days later back up in the 50s, it can really create a strain on your heating and cooling system. That's why you have got to trust our friends at Madison HVAC. You can look them up online, MadisonHVACR.com. They run a great special throughout the year where they will come and inspect your heating and cooling system. Whether it's a big problem or maybe even a really simple, small problem, they'll work with you to make sure it gets fixed and make sure you're ready for all the extreme temperatures that come with living in Kentucky. 55 degrees as we get ready for the tip-off between Madison Central and Great Crossing. We'll take a look at our keys to the game tonight, brought to you by Keenan Wiley Real Estate. Keenan Wiley Real Estate, a great realtor here in the area with Third Town Properties. You can find him on Facebook. And tonight's key to the game for Madison Central, we talked about it, they're a second-half team, but eventually that could come back to hurt you, Evan. They eventually have got to find a rhythm in the first half and let the second half maybe be where you coast a little bit. But what we've seen over the last month of the season, they start off, they kind of play around with these teams in the second half. A lot of that could be the fact that they got a Hall of Fame head coach who makes great halftime adjustments.
Right.
But we've really seen over the last 3 or 4 weeks in the second half is where they start to exert their dominance.
Yeah, and like you said, that could come back to get them at some point. You want to go ahead and work that out at this point of the season, right? I mean, you know, these games matter, but really when it comes down to it, we know Kentucky high school basketball comes down to that first district tournament game. You can be the best team in the state or the worst team in the state, and you're all equal there. So, you know, we see later in the year, and I know in this region as well, in the 12th region for sure, that district tournament is low scoring.
Yeah.
So you let worser teams hang around, then anything can happen. Foul trouble, you know, anything can happen. So I would like to see Central tonight take control of a formidable opponent tonight in Great Crossing, one with a great resume, and they played a really good schedule too.
Yeah.
So it would be good for Central to go ahead and handle business in the first half, you know, and put 2 halves together because, you know, we're into January now. We're not far from district tournament.
This is really when you want to be playing your best basketball. Middle of January, no excuses.
Absolutely.
You got your rotations figured out. You know who you can rely on. You know if it's a tight game situation, who you can go to. And that's really where you want to start to see teams play their best hoops. For Great Crossing, a chance to make a statement tonight. For Madison Central, a chance to continue with business as usual. Tip-off on the other side. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back on WBON TV.
Hey! Oh my gosh, your husband is so hot. I know. No, like really hot. I know.
We've got to call Joseph's Heating and Air.
Is your AC unit not cooling? Call Joseph's Heating and Air. Your experts in fast, reliable AC maintenance and repair. They'll keep you cool when it matters most. Proudly serving Richmond, Lexington, and surrounding areas. Don't sweat it. Call Joseph's Heating and Air.
Hi, I'm Gwen from Gwen's Fine Jewelers, and we would love to invite you into our family-owned business.
Select from our beautiful Valina designs, Carriza designs, or we can custom design your dream ring. Gwen's Fine Jewelers is your exclusive Kendra Scott boutique in Richmond. Special financing options available, on-site jewelry repair, and layaway. Find your dream ring at Gwen's. Gwen's Fine Jewelers, where dreams come true.
To some, it's just a boat. But to Jim, it's his escape from meetings, traffic, and the grind of daily life. He may not catch any keepers, but he wouldn't trade his day on the lake for anything in the world. That's why his boat is insured by Kentucky Farm Bureau. But it's not just Kentucky's Farm Bureau. It's Jim's Recharge the Battery Farm Bureau. My Farm Bureau.
David Mayo, John Rader, and Chris Hornsby with Kentucky Farm Bureau.
Granite, marble, and quartz for any surface. Make a lifetime commitment you won't regret.
Wings or strips?
Wings.
No, strips. Guess I gotta flip a coin.
Famous last words.
Wings and strips.
You just can't lose with the split decision meal. Only at Lee's. Famous for a reason.
Your Lee's Famous Recipe locations are proud supporters of our local Madison County High School sports teams. Have dinner tonight before the game at Lee's Berea, just off I-75 at exit 76, or swing by Lee's Richmond, 1000 Center Drive. Since 1974, Linville Insurance has proudly served our community with values that stand the test of time: family, integrity, and service. We lead with kindness, do what's right, help others, and stay informed so you can trust us with what matters most. As a proud Shepherd insurance partner, we offer the strength of a large agency with the heart of a local one. From business to home, auto, farm, life, and employee benefits, we are your one-stop insurance advisor. Join the Linville Insurance family and experience the difference.
At Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry, we make it our priority to deliver the gentle, compassionate care that you deserve from a dentist, offering single-visit restoration on crowns, bridges, inlays, onlays, and veneers with CERAC. Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry is equipped to handle all your dental needs, from surgical implant placement and restoration, teeth whitening, root canal therapy, and more. And we now have the Cone Beam 3D technology for taking scans of the jaw. For your next dental appointment, call Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry at 859-985-0201.
Founded by Kentuckians for Kentuckians, Whitaker Bank is a uniquely Kentucky bank committed to the communities it serves. At Whitaker Bank, you'll find personalized service, a dedication to excellence, and a genuine desire to help you achieve your financial goals. Visit us at any of our conveniently located branches or go to whitakerbank.com to learn how Whitaker Bank can serve you. Whitaker Bank, uniquely Kentucky.
Buying this boat was a total no-brainer.
Okay, I get it. You say no-brainer and the guy with no brain shows up?
I'm sorry, we met our new boat.
For a new boat? You don't call me. You call State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is...
There?
I was gonna say that.
He's right. Your State Farm agent can help you choose the right coverage for your new boat and your RV. It's kind of a no-brainer. Easy decision.
All right.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Are you tired of living with the pain and discomfort that comes with getting older? If you're like me, then sometimes just getting up can be a challenge. At Orthopedic Sports and Physical Therapy in Richmond, their experts are here to help get you back in the game. Whether it's a sports injury, recovering from an accident, or just the aches and pains that come with age, they'll connect you with someone who can put together a personalized treatment plan and deliver long-lasting results. Visit osptky.com to get started, or go by and see former Madison Central graduate Heather Kleins.
At the Galaxy Bowling Center and Champions Bar and Grill, we have activities galore, including video games, bowling, pool, delicious food at Champions, plus karaoke and live entertainment 7 days a week. Enjoy the climate-controlled patio, watch NFL football, and your Kentucky Wildcats all season long. The Galaxy Bowling Center and Champions Bar and Grill, just off exit 87 at 1025 Amberley Way in Richmond.
Let the color guard do their thing and get off the court after a very good national anthem here at Madison Central High School. Now time for our Star Watch tonight, brought to you by Jerry Goble State Farm Insurance. At Jerry Goble State Farm, they've got the insurance that you may not have even knew that you needed. Learn more at jerrygobleinsurance.com. And tonight a matchup of two really good big guys between Jake Feldhouse at Madison Central, averaging a double-double on the season, and Brady Orrell from Great Crossing, a 21.8 per game score, averaging 9 rebounds a game. We'll see who wins that matchup, because, Devin, that could really go a long way determining who is going to kind of stake their claim during this matchup tonight.
Yeah, and watching those two in warm-ups, we can see them. There's Orem there. Yeah. I mean, good-sized kid. I mean, honestly, him and Feldhouse look like they're built exact same. I can't wait to see them stand next to each other.
They could almost pass as cousins or something. It's weird. Very kind of resemblance to each other.
Same hair. I mean, I would assume they were the same height. They look the same. Yeah. So that's going to be huge. And I haven't seen Feldhouse play against some of the teams on their schedule, but I would say this will be a really good matchup for him tonight.
Hey, Gage, can you get a shot of the pep section for Madison Central? They got the newspapers out tonight. And listen, we talked about it before we came on the air, how much fun this pep section is for the Indians and what they do, just trying to create an atmosphere. And now they turn the lights off and really see how things get going on Allen Feldhouse Jr. Court. Madison Central set to take on Great Crossing here tonight, and we'll get a look at Jake Feldhouse. There's Grayson Burton. But this team, man, when you look at what they're able to do out there on the floor with their shooting and their size, so many different ways to beat you. But I think what makes them so hard to defend is on any given night, any one of these guys can take over the scoring load.
Yeah, and as a coach, that's a great problem to have when you don't know who your leading scorer is going to be. So, I mean, being a player on the floor, if you're having an off night, you've got two guys next to you that you know they can drop 20, and y'all can still score in the 60s and 70s as a team. You're going to win a lot of high school games scoring in the 70s. So that's a big thing for them. I guess we'll see tonight which one steps up.
There's so many good big guys around Central Kentucky. I would love to see a Feldhouse versus the kid from Boyle County that's a great tight end.
Seneca
Driver. Can you imagine those two guys matching up somewhere?
Gives me chills. I love watching and see nowadays the big kids can shoot the three. Yeah. I mean, or dunk on your head. You don't know. And both of those players can do that too. So I'd like to see that as well. That's a good point.
They say you kind of had a similar game to Seneca Driver. Is that the case?
I did. It was a little lower.
Not as much.
I can slap the backboard. No, I can slap the backboard.
All right.
And my layups, I slap the backboard now. They know I was there hitting that layup. I'm going to shake the goal with my backboard slap.
I'd slap it, but I'd also miss the layup. So that was the problem I had.
Yeah.
So here we go. We got Feldhouse to tip it off with Orem and Madison Central wearing the white home uniforms. They'll be going left to right if you've got us tuned in on WEKY. Of course, the Navy uniforms for the visiting Great Crossing Warhawks, the defending state champs, and we are underway on WBON. It's Steele with it, bounce pass straight away for Feldhouse. They'll run the play for Burton, off the curl, three on the way, coming off, and the rebound is going to end up in the hands of Orem. Great Crossing the other way.
Good box out from two of the Great Crossing guards there to secure that rebound. Orem's got Feldhouse in the box out as well.
Man-to-man defense for the Indians. They have shown the ability to play a really good 2-3 zone with all that size and length underneath. Right now in the man-to-man as they work defensively on the opening possession for Great Crossing. Good drive inside and a pretty shot put up and in by Graham Swartz, averaging just below 10 points a night for Great Crossing. He's able to get the first points of the game, and now the Indians work again offensively.
Both teams in man-to-man starting out.
Oh, they'll lob it up to Feldhouse. Has to go up and get it. Able to go up strong with two defenders, including Orem defending underneath. Shot is good, and we're knotted up at 2.
Yeah, and Coach Page is telling his bench his guys have got to chunk the cutters with their forearm to not let that backdoor pass lob. Actually, it ended up being.
Pass inside, and they'll work it over to Ishmael. He gets inside on the drive. Orem is a little bit too hard on the entry pass, and they'll turn it over back the other way for Madison Central. Ishmael defending full length of the floor against Steele, and that's one thing that teams have really started to do is try to work on Cam Steele, but he has been a very steady point guard for Allen Feldhouse throughout his career, and especially here in his senior season. Feldhouse will try the three, missed it, long rebound. Burton saves it, and now Great Crossing has a chance to run. Feldhouse that time, maybe a little bit of a heat check. Even though he's only got 2 points, sometimes you just feel it out of the gate.
Oh, yeah. That's a... I'll take that. Yeah, he was getting ready to do one, too.
There's Orem showing you he can shoot the ball. Knocks down the three.
He's only hit 6 this year. His 7th three.
His 7th three-pointer of the season. Doesn't take a lot of them, but able to put that one in. See if the Indians can tie it up. Burton will try, and he will. Grayson Burton, the quick trigger, able to knock down the long ball, and we're tied at 5. 5.5 to play in the opening period.
I'd say Coach Feldhouse is okay with this pace that they're playing right now.
Well, and that's the thing, too. They've not really established. They can play fast. They can play in the half court. Got a foul here underneath as Feldhouse got a little bit of a hip check on Orem, who was going up for 2. Already showing you those two guys are going to be battling all night long.
It's going to be. I mean, and honestly, we looked at them. We wanted to see out there on the floor. They're built almost identical height. And Orem did a good job of playing off 2 feet there, getting Feldhouse in the air and drawing the foul.
Orem, a really good free throw shooter as well at the line there, making that one over 75%, shoots almost 6 attempts a night. So a guy that hits a good percentage and also gets there quite often. 7-5 lead for Central as Steele takes it all the way, missed the layup. Feldhaus fighting for the rebound, got a couple of defenders in the air and able to finish.
Big time rebound there from Feldhaus. They needed that bad.
Ball breaks loose in the hands of Schwartz. He's got 2 of the 7 for Great Crossing. Orem's got it here. He'll match up with Jake. Trying to back his way down. Spin inside. Feldhaus stays down. Really good defense. It's a great look that just didn't go. Ball's loose at the moment. Steele's got it. Indians on the run. Jake Feldhaus, as Orem will pick him up. And Feldhaus turned it over. Jake that time got his defender in the area. A little bit of indecisiveness. You don't see that a lot with him. And then thought Burton was going to cut back door. He did the V-cut, turnover. Happens all the time in basketball.
Well, yeah, and a rule we always had was if you're never fake
stop.
a back cut. Yeah, never fake a back cut for that reason right there.
Yeah, if you're going to go, go.
Yep.
Here's Ishmael with it, guarded by Steele. Trying to post up Orem underneath. And again, him and Feldhaus beating and banging just like it was meant to be. 7-7 score, nearing the halfway mark of the first quarter here in Richmond. The defending state champs, the Great Crossing Warhawks, taking on Madison Central. 3 on the way. Burton defending. 3 no good. Feldhaus with it now for the Indians. He threw it away. On the attack, here comes Great Crossing. Feldhaus got back defensively, forced a tough shot. Schwartz there for the rebound on the putback, and Central down 9-7. Sloppy play early on by Madison Central. Steele, they swing it. Burton, he'll pump fake. Drive in, Luke Asher. Another one of those multiple point per game scorers, averaging right around 18 a night. Missed it there. And Great Crossing the other way. Picked up his dribble. They'll swing it over to Schwartz. Will Richardson takes the matchup. Kick out to Orem. Well, scratch that. It was going to go to Orem. Cooper ended up taking the basketball. Now in the hands of Ishmael. 3:30 to play in the opening period here in Richmond. Great Crossing and Madison Central. Good matchup here in the 11th region. Orem working on Feldhaus. Jake able to stand his ground. Now Orem in trouble as he picked up his dribble. Ball knocked loose. Jake's got to be careful. Already 1 foul. Schwartz had it blocked. And the Warhawks will keep possession.
Great defense there from Feldhaus. Kept his ground. Kept Orem out of the lane. Orem's going to try and get down the lane.
Schwartz will trigger it in if he can find someone. Finally gets it in the hands of Delimpo. Orem with the screen. Now it's at 1 for Schwartz. We'll see if he uses it. Kicked out. Ishmael in the right corner on the way. No good. Long rebound as Delimpo comes away with it for Great Crossing. Man, what a crowd on hand tonight. Madison Central, the Warhawks battling it out here in the first period. A tight one. 2-point lead for Great Crossing, and an offensive foul as Orem lowered his shoulder. That might be the biggest difference in between the two players. Feldhaus a little bit quicker to the spot there and draws the charge.
Yeah, that's a great play from Feldhaus. Risky play as well, because if that goes the other way, yeah. So, but he's a smart kid. High basketball IQ. He knew Orem was going to put it on the floor with his left.
Feldhaus cuts back door, lays it off for Burton. Grayson back to Feldhaus. Tough entry pass, ball's loose. And it's finally controlled by Great Crossing. Another Madison Central turnover. I've got 4 of them already here in the first quarter. Schwartz fades away. Jumper on the way, comes off. And if that's on Feldhaus, that's his second as Orem hits the deck. And it is. Foul number 2 on Jake Feldhaus.
That was on the box out, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's Schwartz in the corner. He'll drive, lay it up off the glass and in, and an 11-7 lead. Madison Central down by 4 with the basketball, but a sloppy opening quarter for the Indians on this end. Richardson on the drive. He'll lay it off for Feldhaus. Jake bumped into a defender. Body hits the floor. Great Crossing wanted a charge. They won't get it. And it will be a personal foul on Delimpo. Jake Feldhaus will come out. Christian Lawson seeing some early minutes here for the Indians. Man to Asher. Luke had it stripped away. A whistle and a foul. And that might be free throws coming up for Luke Asher.
Yeah, I think Coach Fieldhouse is a little upset with Jake that getting that second foul. He's probably going to try to get through this quarter with him on the bench, and I think Jake's got a high enough basketball IQ that he can probably play a little in the second quarter that you can trust him with all the experience that he has, you know.
One thing about Fieldhouse, too, he plays so physical that a lot of times it's like, I'm going to compare him to Shaq. You know, back in the day, you really knew how to officiate with Shaquille O'Neal on the floor. Fieldhouse is the same way. A lot of times what looks like a foul and probably is a foul, he may not even feel it. He feels so much contact throughout a game that it's hard to know what is a foul or isn't when it comes to Jake Fieldhouse.
Yep, he's super strong, plays low to the ground. So, you know, he's got his own space he can guard in as well.
Swartz knocking down the corner three, one of the top 5 teams in the state. Madison Central down right now, 14-9. Lawson out to steal. Cam in trouble. Dribbled into some pressure. Lays it off. Lawson into the corner. Burton kicked it out, and the sloppy first quarter continues for the Indians. Down 14-9. 92 seconds remaining here in quarter number 1.
But you can see Great Crossing is getting better shots, and then once they get those shots, they're playing super hard defense on Central right now, and they're motivated now with Fieldhouse out.
Pass inside, Orem having to battle with Lawson, lost his footing, and we got a jump ball. Let's see where it's going. It's going to stay with Great Crossing. Swartz will throw it in. Come into Orem. Lawson stands his ground. Good defense. Orem got his own rebound, and we've got a whistle underneath. And let's see who that's on. Fieldhouse doesn't like the call as Lawson and Steele were both there, and they're going to call it on Christian.
Yeah, it's getting pretty intense right now as far as the referees are hearing it from both coaches. So, and I understand the frustration, especially for Coach Fieldhouse with his best player that's sitting on the bench with 2. So, I would say tempers are going to, you know, it's early on, and we'll see how that transpires.
Orem misses the free throw. One more to come.
Does Orem not look like Reed Shepherd?
I could see that too.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, I could see that too.
Okay, surely I'm not the first person to think that.
You know, Fieldhouse and Page, 2 coaches that, well, again, they've been around for a long time. A lot of respect from these officials, and we've seen Coach Fieldhouse over the years. Man, he is maybe the best I've ever seen in knowing what to say and when to stop saying that.
There's always a line, and you know, mutual respect. You can say what you need to say, and there's always a line with officials, because without officials we couldn't play the game.
Asher, 3 comes off. Good rebound. Back the other way comes Great Crossing. Outlet to DeLimpo. Layup good. Indians down by 8. 17-9. 45 seconds to play in this first quarter. A low-scoring first quarter for a Madison Central team that has been a second-half team. Not the quick start we were hoping for the Indians. Burton with a really good defender on him. Asher, another deep 3. Left it short. Ball's tipped around. Richardson able to corral it. He's double-teamed. Ball's loose. Steele able to come away with it. And Steele will try to ease the pressure for a moment against the Indians' offense. Burton gets in the lane. Pass inside Richardson, off the glass and in. And the Indians able to find a crease and take advantage at the moment. Down 6, 17-11. Great Crossing will hope for the final shot. Ishmael. It's a screen from Oren. Drives in. We've got a whistle and a foul, and Orem will go to the free throw line for a pair of shots to close out the first quarter with his team out in front by 6.
Just a high ball screen there for Orem that Central's going to have to figure out how they're going to guard that without Fieldhouse in. I mean, that's obviously Coach Page is going to run a high ball screen with Orem right now and roll into the basket and challenge Madison Central to meet him there. So
you want to get him the ball, especially here at the end of this quarter, and let him go to work, see if he can capitalize at the free throw line. First one is good, so 18-11. Into the game is Kuntz, along with number 10, Jesse Washington. The Great Crossing going to try to close out the first quarter with a good defensive stand. First free throw good. Second one comes off. First quarter comes to a close. Feldhaus will check back in. How long can they go without picking up that third foul? That'll be a keynote to watch in the second quarter when we come back on WBON TV.
Honor, integrity, excellence. When it comes to protecting your home, rely on the experts who have served our country. At VC Veterans Contracting, our mission is to make your home feel safe. Our customers constantly rate us 5 stars for our expertise and professionalism. Trust your roof to the veterans who served. Call VC Veterans Contracting today or scan the code on screen for a free quote. VC Veterans Contracting, your roof, our mission.
Kentucky weather is unpredictable. That's why everyone, even other local businesses, trust Madison HVAC.
Hey, it's Derek with Madison HVAC. We're here at Mann Chrysler, changing out a rooftop. It's been pretty cold. We're going to go inside and check in with Todd, who is the sales manager, and see if they're excited about getting new heat. They should have heat on this afternoon, and they would be more than happy for you all to come out and check them out, and they'll have a very nice warm lobby for you to hang out in.
Learn more at MadisonHVACR.com.
Back to the action here to start the second period. Madison Central down 18-11. The number 3 ranked team in the state, the Indians, taking on the defending state champions, the Warhawks of Great Crossing. We've got a 18-11 score after 1. And to start the second quarter, Jake Feldhaus back in the game. And the Indians have the opening possession. It's Jake with the basketball. They throw it up top to Will Richardson with the layup late in the first quarter. This one hits every part of the rim and finds a way to sneak out. Schwartz open for 3 at the other end. It's a defender fly by and unable to knock down the open three-pointer. Ball's loose. Feldhaus has got it and able to get it over to Cam Steele. A lot of contact underneath there, Preston.
That was close. That was close. But, I mean, a player like Jake, I mean, he's just all over the floor. Yeah. The referees know that, too.
Got to be careful there. A blocking foul called. Looked like the right call on the floor as the defender hit the deck hard, but appeared to be moving a bit at the end of it. 18-11 score, and the Indians will inbound under their own basket with Cam Steele waiting for the play.
Applaud the kid's effort, taking the charge on Feldhaus or Orem, right? Either one of those guys taking the charge.
You don't want to be sitting there underneath with those guys barreling in on you. Coach Feldhaus thought that there might be free throws coming. I didn't think it was in the act of shooting.
No, I don't think so either. I think it was the right call, though.
Blocking foul, Indians inbounds, down 7, just underway here in quarter 2. So inbound to Burton. See if they can get someone going offensively. Thus far, Feldhaus, Asher, Burton, nobody's been able to get some consistent offense going, but Feldhaus with 2 defenders draped all over him, able to finish inside.
I don't see a way that Great Crossing can guard that. They ran a little cross screen, block-to-block cross screen for Feldhaus there, and that was a real strong finish. So be tough for them to guard that if they can continue to get the ball to him right there that close to the basket.
They take Feldhaus off of Orem. Now Luke Asher defends. Double teamed inside. He'll lay it off to Washington. Schwartz with it again as Burton takes that matchup. Kick it out to the hands once again of Jesse Washington. Cam Steele with the defense. Schwartz hits the deck, able to find Kuntz. Kuntz throws it up top in the hands of Trevante Cooper. He'll take the open 3, and Cooper unable to knock it down. Cam Steele comes in for the rebound, and the Indians on the attack. Feldhaus between the legs. He'll work on Orem, lay it off to Steele. Steele off to Burton. Grayson baseline drive, spun away, and going to step on the baseline for a turnover back to Great Crossing. And we didn't see it on that last possession, but I would think if you're Great Crossing, you want to find whoever Feldhaus is guarding and try to attack here.
Yeah, and I mean, honestly, with Coach Feldhaus is going to put him on one of their shooting guards just to keep him away from that. Because if he does get loose, it's not going to be down low where he can get a foul.
Kuntz with the offensive rebound. Schwartz working on Feldhaus. In trouble in the corner. Drops it off to Orem inside. Turnaround jumper is good. Pretty shot with some good defense from Asher, but the 7-point lead once again for Great Crossing.
Yeah, and you see the chess match. Now Great Crossing is going to go with Asher. Same thing on the backside. So I think Asher's done a pretty good job on him. That's a tough shot.
Yeah, both times that we've seen Asher take that matchup the last couple of times down the floor, he's been right there, and Orem is just showing you how good of an offensive player he is.
Yeah, turnaround right-hand hook over top of you. We'll just, if he makes 20 of those, you say good game and have a safe trip back. I think Asher's done a really good job in these first 2 or 3 possessions with Feldhouse switched.
I'll try to get it into Jake. He hits the deck, and great crossing goes back the other way. The sloppy play continues for Madison Central. Pass inside to Ishmael. He'll float it up. No. Or on the offensive rebound, and he's able to put it back in. And great crossing, building a 9-point lead. Largest of the night for the Warhawks. Feldhouse sets a screen, still settles in for a 3. Not really the shot that we've seen him take a lot this season. Not in rhythm. 3 came off, but Will Richardson able to get the offensive rebound. He'll shoot a pair as the Indians work down by 9. We'll see if they can close the gap here with a pair of shots at the charity stripe coming up for the senior Will Richardson. Will the Thrill, he was the homecoming king back in the fall during the football season. Misses the front end of 2.
Who was the homecoming king at Jackson City?
Wasn't me. I was on the court.
Remind me to tell you my Jackson City story.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll have to hear about that.
Summer basketball, yeah.
22-14. All in the hands of Cooper. He'll slow it down. Great crossing. Definitely playing their style of play right now. They are forcing the Indians to play the way they want to. 3 comes off for Schwartz. Rebound to steal. Double team. And we'll have a foul on Kuntz underneath. That'll be the 3rd or the 4th. We'll see. 3 fouls up on the board right now. So 3 team fouls against great crossing.
Yeah, and you can see Central's went 3 minutes without fouling.
Yeah.
And then they had a few in that first. So I'm sure Coach Feldhouse told them, let's play without fouling, be physical, but play without fouling.
Steele lays it off to Powers, turns it over. Ball comes back the other way. Washington driving in, out to Schwartz. He'll find his way into the paint, leans in for an easy 2, and a 24-14 lead for great crossing. Double-digit lead here in the first half. Indians not used to playing from behind, but a good test here in the early part of January. But down inside, it's Luke Asher. He's been quiet thus far. Burton's got it in the corner. He'll drive baseline, turned it over. Man, nothing going the way of Madison Central thus far. Washington's floater, no. Feldhouse to rebound, and he's fouled. And that'll be the 4th team foul against the Warhawks. Coach Feldhouse talking to Jake, trying to find something to kind of break the spell here. It has been a low-scoring, just sloppy first quarter. We have not seen this kind of game from Central at all this season. Now the big question is, with 2 quarters and half a quarter to go here in the first half, where will the offense come from? Who can dig them out of this cold spell? Still in the corner. They'll look to Feldhouse at the elbow. He'll take it at the free throw line. What a pass inside as Burton lays it in. The high-low offense works to perfection there as Burton with the reverse. And the lead now down to 8 as the Warhawks try to go back to Orem inside. Double team. Out to Washington. Open 3 on the way. Puts it in.
Yeah. Central tried to double Orem that time and left that opposite corner. That's a great look from Orem. When you get doubled in the post, you know that opposite side's going to be open. That's a great look.
Powers drives in. Oh, tough shot. Joe off the bench showing you his offensive prowess as he gets in the bag for 2, and the lead 9 now for great crossing. They feed Orem inside. He was hit hard, and a foul on Luke Asher.
Probably a good foul. That was going to be 2. Central's got to string together 2 or 3 stops here to end this, this second quarter.
We'll be interested to hear what Coach Feldhouse has to say. Now, his team, we've not seen one of these halves from them this year, but obviously anybody can have an off night. I mean, it's just, you see that all the time during a long season. You're in the grind of January. But
high school basketball, bud, you just never know. You never know.
That's why they play the game.
Yep, absolutely.
Come out a little bit flat, and it's hard to find a rhythm. Second free throw for Orem is good. Back to an 11-point lead. No, 10-point lead, 28-18. Scoreboard operator was a little bit quicker than I was there. Over to Steele. Cam drives in, out to Powers in the corner. Joe to Burton. Grayson with a defender kind of barreling in on him. Couldn't knock down the open three. Warhawks back the other way. It's Swartz. Steele picks him up. Oh!
Good gracious.
Access denied by Jake Feldhouse as he comes in for the swat, and we'll see if that might be the momentum shift the Indians needed. Check out the replay here, folks, as Jake Feldhouse comes in. The offensive player did not see him, and he deletes the shot attempt from Washington.
That was going to Berea if those doors were open. Goodness gracious.
Warhawks to inbound. Schwartz just barely does get it in on the 5-second call. It's in the hands of Orem. He'll take the step back three and knock it down.
He's grooving right now.
Timeout.
I saw that.
Coach Page wanted the timeout, doesn't get the call as Great Crossings built a 13-point lead. Burton can't answer. Long rebound to the Warhawks. They'll slow it down. Orem going to try another one. Why not? Count it.
Yep.
He is feeling it. Timeout, Alan Feldhouse Jr. Indians down 16 in the first half on WBON TV.
Pruitt & Sons Auctioneers have over 24 years experience in the auction industry. Whether you're selling real estate, personal property, or liquidating your assets, Pruitt & Sons can help take your property to auction and walk you through the process. Serving all over Central Kentucky, visit PruittAuctioneers.com. And remember, Angela Pruitt for all your real estate needs as well.
When life gets complicated, you need someone who understands. Since 2003, Blevins Law has navigated real estate closings, wills, estates, car accidents, and personal injury cases with care and clarity. If your family has experienced death or injury, make Blevins your first call.
Blevins Law. Compassionate, reliable, real. Call 859-985-5410 to hire Blevins Law for the win. Office is located at 400 Richmond Road, North Berea, or search BlevinsLaw.net to contact them today.
34-18, Madison Central down with 2:24 to play in the first half. Obviously still a long way to go. The Indians have got to find an answer for Orem, the top scorer for Great Crossing. He has been on fire the last few times down the floor. Feldhouse will try to answer him, and he'll get free throws because of it. The attack inside, Jake Feldhouse trying to put the team on his back. You know, a lot of times that I've, with Feldhouse this year, he's obviously had a tremendous season, Mr. Basketball candidate. His team's been off to a great start. There's been times this year where, again, with the guys he has around him, he doesn't have to take over a game.
Right.
Down by 16 points, we'll see if Jake can turn it on here and try to close the gap before half.
Yeah, and I think in my eyes, they need to slow the game down. Great Crossing's getting a lot in transition and kind of bog it down. Of course, you want to Jake Feldhouse needs to get a touch every possession in and around the basket, and then slow the game down, get Great Crossing out of what they're comfortable with.
Ball was kicked out off of Madison Central, so one of the two free throws go. 15-point lead for the Warhawks as Cooper and Swartz will bring it up the floor in the game with DeLimo along with Orem and Washington at the moment.
Central's got to get a stop here. They've not gotten a stop here on defense in it feels like 10 possessions at least.
Feldhouse has now switched back over to Orem even with the two fouls, so see if we can keep away from a third in this final 2 minutes. It's Swartz from the left wing. He'll swing it over to Cooper. Burton defending here. Swartz will drive, kick it out to Washington. Picked up his dribble, throws it out to Swartz near midcourt, 1:40 to play. And the Warhawks very patient here offensively. Swartz now switched off with Steele defending. He'll lay it off for Cooper. Orem drawing Feldhouse out of the paint as Cooper wants to work on Steele. Spun into the lane. Now lays it off. Washington on the drive. Delimpo kicks it up to Cooper, and Great Crossing doesn't appear to deliberately be holding for the final shot, but I think they'll be fine with taking a 15-point lead into the locker room. Cooper gets around Steele. Oh, my goodness. What a shot. as he's able to drive all the way in for the reverse. Asher with a quick answer. 36-21. We dip under a minute to play, and now Cooper slows it down once again. Central coming out with a little bit of pressure, a little 2-2-1 half court to try to force the hand of the Warhawks. Cooper's got it, double team, lays it off for Orem to work into the free throw line, and 2 more.
Not really a good shot from Orem there,
No.
but he's seen it go in so many times that he can't really shoot a bad shot right now.
38-21. Indians down. Burton. They need it. They'll get it.
There it is.
Second triple for Burton. 38-24. 13 seconds to play. Here's Schwartz over to Cooper. Long pass up to DeLimpo. And Schwartz able to find Cooper. Now Washington open in the corner. History no. And the second quarter comes to a close. Samantha Burke are going to try to grab Coach Feldhouse and get his first half thoughts. Indians down 38-24 at the half as we send it down to Samantha Burke.
Coach, let's talk about some of the sloppy plays, some turnovers. This isn't a team that we're used to seeing tonight this season. Talk to us about what happened this first half.
They're getting after us. We're not liking it, shooting too quick, shooting too many threes, not getting the ball inside enough, and then our defense, that's the worst defense we played the entire season. I mean, that's the first time. That's what I told them. It's the first time the entire year a team's played harder than us at our place. So that's unacceptable.
So second half, what are we going to expect? They're big.
Ball inside. Try to get the ball inside a little bit. That would help make him have to guard somebody.
All right, thanks a lot, Coach. All right, we're going to take that 3-minute commercial break. When we come back, we'll hear all the halftime statistics right after this quick message. Don't go anywhere.
Gillum Sports Lounge isn't just a place for good food and hospitality. It's about gathering with family and friends, satisfying those taste buds, and cheering on your favorite team. You can't go wrong with one of their delicious burgers, salads, pizzas, or one of their many appetizers. Order online or stop in and see for yourself why Gillum Sports Lounge has been a staple in Richmond for almost 20 years. Located inside the Richmond Mall. Gillum Sports Lounge. Like them on Facebook to see more.
The holidays can stress even the best planners. Between travel, shopping, family, and everything else, you and your budget can get stretched thin fast. With CVMB checking powered by Bazing, you can make the most of the season. Score shopping discounts, save on travel, get roadside assistance, and even get paid up to 2 days early. All in one checking account that helps you make the most of the season. CVMB. Bank better.
Looking for a fiesta on a Thursday night? Head over to El Mejor Mexican Restaurant in Richmond. Karaoke Thursdays at 6 p.m. Grab the mic, sing your heart out, and enjoy $2.99 margaritas all night long. And don't forget, El Mejor is the only Mexican restaurant in town with a delicious lunch buffet served fresh every weekday. El Mejor, where every meal feels like a celebration. Located at 830 Eastern Bypass in the Old Richmond Mall. Nos vemos pronto.
Precision Gas Plumbing is affordable, fast, and reliable. A local fireplace dealer that offers gas, wood, or electric fireplaces, grills, outdoor heating options, and propane tanks. They also offer existing fireplace services, gas line installs, repairs, and propane delivery. Serving Madison, Fayette, Laurel, Rockcastle, Pulaski, and other surrounding counties. Trust Precision Gas Plumbing and stay warm and save money on your electric bill. Like them on Facebook or call 859-228-0077.
Looking to transform your home from the floor up in 2026? At Interior Solutions by ICL in Richmond, they make your vision a reality. From beautiful hardwood and luxury vinyl to cozy carpet and tile, their expert team helps you find the perfect fit for your style and budget. Located at 124 Green Circle in Richmond, order online or call 859-200-8360 for a free consultation. Interior Solutions, an Ingram Company Limited affiliate, where great floors start and beautiful homes come together.
It's that time of year when we are day and night driving with our kids all over. Your car never stops. At AMCO Transmissions, we make sure to keep you rolling. We have the latest technology, certified technicians, and longest warranty to keep your vehicles running strong. We specialize in all foreign and domestic transmissions, drivetrain, or just general maintenance. Did you know at AMCO the average customer saves $1,800 in comparison to the dealer? And AMCO has a longer warranty. Come see us at AMCO Transmission for the best service and the cheapest prices around. AA MCO.
Back to the action here in Richmond on WBON TV. Michael Watkins, Evan Preston joining you here now on the Gillum's Sports Lounge halftime show. Great food and your halftime show served up by Gillum's Sports Lounge over in the Richmond Mall, and also with Gillum's Island, now open in the South Porter Plaza. Two great places to enjoy food, fun, and some great atmosphere at Gillum's. Find out more on Facebook. Hey, what, 14-point lead for Great Crossing. I don't think anybody would have expected that tonight. We talked about it. We thought this game would be competitive. Great Crossing, defending state champions. Great coach and Steve Page, but they've come out and at the half, a 14-point lead, Evan.
Yeah, and like Coach Feldhouse said there at halftime, I mean, Great Crossing's playing harder. They're playing harder defense. Central's shooting it way too quickly for Coach Feldhouse, and I kind of mentioned it earlier. And coaches, I'm sure, I mean, I could see it on his face while he's down there for halftime. I mean, that locker room is not pretty right now. He said it's the worst defense he's ever seen. They gave up 38 in a half in a high school basketball game, which nobody should ever really score 80 on you. Yeah. Really, over 60, you're starting to, look at. So, I mean, they're over halfway there now. So I know Coach Feldhouse that's his main concern is the defense. You can always fix offense. You can always shoot it better. You can always dribble better. You can always pass it better. But one constant for a championship team has got to be defense, and Coach Feldhouse is well aware of that.
Well, the defense was played by Great Crossing. They were tremendous in the first half with physical defense, getting stops, and consistently putting a body on Madison Central. That was the most impressive defense I have seen played against the Indians this season. Now, keep in mind, I wasn't there for any of the King of the Bluegrass games. We know they've played some really good games during that run, but Great Crossing has come out and they have decided to match the physicality that normal Central is playing, and that's been the biggest difference thus far.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, now, once again, this is a two-half game, and you don't become a legendary coach like Coach Feldhouse without making halftime adjustments, and I'm sure he will. So it's going to be super exciting to see. Obviously we think Central is the better team here, but to be down 14, 7 possessions, the third quarter is going to be a real show. The first 4 minutes is very important.
And that's where they've been so good this year. This third quarter, that's got to be the case tonight. They've got to come out and really do what they've been doing over the last month.
And then for Coach Page, he has scouted that. He knows they're really good in the first 4 minutes of the third quarter. So that's what he's telling his guys is don't let them get hot on you. And, it's just the greatest game in the world, especially for coaches that we can't even shoot a ball anymore. But this is what eats us up is just the in-game chess matches and watching two coaches that are so legendary is going to be fun to see what kind of adjustments they make.
Indians down 14 at the half. We'll take a 2-minute commercial break. 2 minutes. We'll be right back on WBON TV.
When it comes to auto service, two things are important: experience and hometown service. Hall & Sons Auto Care is starting their 20th year in business in Richmond. That's 20 years locally owned and operated. Hall & Sons Auto Care can take care of you from preventative maintenance to major engine repair. Hall & Sons Auto Care is also carrying BW towing products as well as rough country suspension and lift kits. Give us a chance to be your auto repair shop. Visit us at 209 North Keeneland Drive in Richmond.
Cars of Kentucky is a proud sponsor of Eastern Kentucky University Athletics. In Richmond, we bleed maroon. Go Colonels. And when you're ready for your next pre-owned automobile, swing on over to Cars of Kentucky. Cars of Kentucky has vehicles starting at $3,000 and up, so we literally have something for every budget. 356 Big Hill Avenue in Richmond, or check them out, carsofkentucky.com. Let's go Colonels.
Cars break down. Tires go flat. Check engine lights show up at the worst possible time. Don't break the bank fixing your car when ABR Auto Recyclers has you covered. They have good used tires, a huge selection of parts, and they can get a large selection of aftermarket parts shipped overnight. They're just a quick drive down 4 Mile, and you can't miss them on Box Ankle Road. You can save 50 to 75% off retail prices. Go see Scott and the gang or check them out online at abrautorecyclers.net.
We would like to invite you to join our family at Bishop's Small Engine Repair.
Outdoor Power has become a family tradition, with 3 generations here bringing you years of experience.
We will help you find the best selection of outdoor power equipment from Cub Cadet, Grasshopper, DeWalt, Makita, Echo, Shindawa, and now Steel in our Georgetown store.
Or bring your equipment into our service department. We will keep it running for years to come.
And as with all families, we have to keep Mama happy. So come on in and see us at Bishop's Small Engine Repair in Richmond and in Georgetown.
You know what they say. Every great season starts with a strong lineup. Neat agility, the Trailblazer cuts through traffic like a wide receiver in the red zone. Power, the Silverado handles work and tailgates like a linebacker on a mission. And if you're ready to go electric, the Equinox EV has the range to go all the way. No matter your game plan, Jack Burford Chevrolet has the vehicle that suits your drive. Stop in, suit up, and let's kick off your next adventure.
Back to the action here on WBON TV. Michael Watkins along with Evan Preston. Before we get to the third quarter, we'll look at some stats real quick for you. Orem for Great Crossing with 20 points there in the first half. Indians had 9 turnovers. Nobody in double figures quite yet, and they shot just 18% from the three-point line there in the first half. 2 of 11. That's got to change, Evan, if they want to come back in this ball game. And for Great Crossing, Orem came into this game only with 6 three-pointers made on the year. He made 3 in the first half, showing you that he can knock down the long ball. You've got to come out and defend. Great Crossing there in the first half. From the three-point line, 5 of 11. And on the season, they shoot just 33.5% right now, 45.5% in the first half from the three-point line. So third quarter begins. We'll see if the Indians can maybe get a few stops, get back in this ball game. This has been their bread and butter over the last month of the season, this third quarter. We'll see if that remains the case tonight. It better, or it might be the first home loss of 2025-26. Asher going to be called for a foul inside. So first team foul, 13 seconds into the third quarter.
Probably the right call. I mean, pretty good defense. He put that left hand down right there on his hip. So I guess, the ref saw that hand down in there.
Schwartz has played well tonight for the Warhawks. 39-24 at the moment with another free throw to come. Try to push this back to a 16-point lead. They will. So 7:45 to play in the third. We are just underway here. Madison Central down by 16 points against a team in Great Crossing who's won their last 3 games, but they had lost 4 in a row prior to that. But they're showing you they can kind of hang with anybody. This is why the 11th region is so tough, because even some of the teams that might be considered in the middle of the pack on any given night can knock off one of those top 3 or 4.
Yeah, and they got a player like Orem. I mean, they're going to be in pretty much every game.
Burton, pump fakes, kicks it over to Richardson. Indians trying to work it inside to Feldhouse. They will with Orem defending here. Jake fades away, puts it in.
That's the first time tonight we've seen that turnaround, so maybe that's something they talked about at halftime.
We've seen it quite a bit from Orem. That's the first time Feldhouse has been able to get it off.
Absolutely.
Cuts the deficit back down to 14. See if Central can get a stop on this end. This has been where they've really struggled, is defending. And Orem going to be called for a travel. Took an extra step before letting the shot fly, and it'll be a turnover for Great Crossing.
Central's finally gotten a stop, and this is where you can cut into that lead. Stops and scores.
Drives in, missed.
There you go.
Asher there for the rebound. Luke Asher, a very quiet first half, gets on the board there in the third, and the lead down to 12. Here's Ishmael. Kick it into the limpo. He'll float it up, missed it. Ishmael, the offensive rebound. Nobody there on the weak side help. And Central gives up an easy 2. 42-28. 6.5 to play in the third quarter. Indians go back inside. Feldhaus double team. Kick it over to Asher. Out of steal. Swing it back to Feldhaus in the corner. Right side. He'll pump fake. Drive in on Orem. Fades away. Hit the deck. No foul. Shot came off. Ball's loose. Who's got it? They're going to whistle. We'll have a jump ball. Let's see where it's going to go. Feldhaus was in the ear of somebody. Not sure if it was Asher or one of the officials. But the jump ball will give it to the Indians. We'll keep it on this end, and they'll get a chance to regroup here as they have to wipe up some of the perspiration down on the floor.
Yeah, I think Coach Feldhaus is wanting a foul there. Yeah, I think he's talking to the ref.
Yeah. He's doing something. I don't know if it's talking or not.
He's probably asking about that popcorn out there because it was pretty good.
It was pretty good. Yeah, jump ball. Okay, we'll confirm the call, and Cam Steele will throw it in. A lot of beating and banging inside. They'll throw it up top to Asher. Luke leans in, out to Feldhaus. Pump fake, drive, Jake hangs, count the basket, and a foul. And the Pep section on their feet. Finally, some momentum and some rhythm for the Madison Central offense. Down 12, with Jake Feldhaus stepping up to the free throw line.
I think Coach Feldhaus got that call. Don't you think?
Yep, he worked it long enough.
That's right. Hey, something. See, you just know how to toe the line.
Jake misses the free throw. Orem with the rebound. Feldhaus now 2 of 3 at the line tonight. 12-point lead for Great Crossing. In the hands of Orem on the left wing. He'll dribble it up, lay it off to Cooper. Pump fake, drive on Richardson. Kick it out. 3 on the way for Ishmael. No. Luke Asher the rebound.
Another stop.
Central back the other way. Asher crosses over, spins, hangs. Luke Asher goes one-on-one and makes the 2. Lead down to 10. Indians on a run.
You see the shots Central's getting now. They're going to the rack, trying to get an easy 2, and they're also getting stops. That's 2 in a row we've seen on the defensive end.
Much better spacing, it looks like,
Absolutely.
too, on offense. That was a big issue there in that first half. Cooper drives. Steele went around him, missed the layup. Ball's loose on the deck. Who's going to get to it? We got a whistle and a timeout by Great Crossing. Great timeout there by Coach Page to slow things down. Indians down 10 when we come back on WBON TV.
Who makes the best meal in Richmond? Nuevo Vallarta. Friendly service, a place that's good for kids and good for groups. Head to Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond. Nuevo Vallarta is known for warm hospitality, great prices, great food, and the best fajitas in town. Start with an appetizer, order a la carte, or choose from their huge menu of Mexican favorites for grown-ups and kids. Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond.
In the third quarter, it's Madison Central down 42-32. One of the top 5 ranked teams in the state, trilling at home to the defending state champion, the Great Crossing Warhawks. Ball in the hands of Schwartz. Orem trying to get open. They'll switch with Feldhaus now taking the matchup. Into the corner, Ishmael. Orem got open. He'll work his way in on Asher. Got double teamed, fades away, and unable to finish. Great job there by Luke Asher and Will Richardson converging on the stop. Jake Feldhaus swings it over to Steele. Now on the Asher. Driving, picking it out to Steele. Cam, bounce pass inside to Burton. Grayson leans in for 2. Indians starting to get some momentum, Evan, down 8.
They haven't taken a 3, like Coach Feldhaus said at halftime. They're shooting way too many 3s. I mean, that's the adjustment he made, as we can see. They're going to try to take easy 2s, try to get to the line, and win with their defense, which they've done so far in this quarter.
Bounce inside to Orem. They'll work on Asher. Good defense again. Missed a shot. Feldhaus to rebound again. Jake on in the attack. Puts his head down. Puts the dribble down. Draws the foul, and free throws coming. Everything that went wrong in the first half starting to go right, and you can see these guys are starting to wear down too. I tell you, very, very physical game. It has been a lot of beating and banging, and we still got 12 minutes to play.
I like this with Great Crossing right here. They're, Central's gone on a run here. They've got them together. They're trying to slow the run down. Come together. Let's take a deep breath. Try to get back in this game, because Central has really taken over as far as defensively, and they're getting everything they want at the rim.
Feldhouse makes the first. Jake, so physical inside. I'll tell you what, Central had a really good football team this year. They had a really good tight end, Christian Lawson. He's one of the guys that comes off the bench. But could you have imagined Jake Feldhouse out there playing tight end for the Madison
legs,
Central football team?
My goodness.
Forget trying to stop him from catching it. Try tackling him after he does.
He could probably just play about any position he wants.
That's true. Ishmael up the right sideline. He'll work it against Steele. Now in the hands of Orem. Indians have battled their way back to within 6. Ishmael again with the Indians defense starting to pick it up a bit. A little bit more pressure being applied. Cooper now with it straight away. He'll go left wing to Schwartz. Into Orem. Feldhouse defends. Great defense once again. Outlet to Asher. Luke working on Cooper, and an easy offensive foul call there. Easy call. It looked like Asher pushed off Gage. Let's see a replay there if we can. Asher as he drove in.
Is that 4 fouls on Asher?
He will come out. We'll see where he was at in the first half.
The coaching staff's holding up 4 as if it was his 4th foul. That's a big story if that is his 4th.
He did have 2 in the first half. So that's at least the 3rd on Asher. Orem with it. His team clinging to a 6-point lead and really, literally quite clinging to it. Here's Cooper with Burton taking the matchup. Powers now switches off. Cooper with 2 guys running at him. Misses the 3. And we've got a whistle out of bounds to Madison Central.
Coach Page wants Cooper to go to the rack. I know of at least 3 bad threes that Cooper has taken, and I don't think Coach Page is very happy with that shot there.
Steele to Powers. They work it left side to Richardson. He'll bounce it to Steele. Feed inside Feldhouse. Jake up high and the 2-hand slam. Central has cut it to 4. Timeout. Great crossing. They'll try to stop the bleeding as we look back at the replay. Feldhouse with a guy in front, a guy behind, does not matter. The flush and a 4-point deficit. They'll try to keep adding to the momentum when we come back on WBON TV.
You've heard the name Chenault Vineyards, but what do you know about it? Chenault Vineyards is a place for the community to enjoy. Central Kentucky's premier event and wedding destination with 5 event venues, full-service catering, over 13 varieties of wine, live music entertainment, seasonal food options, weekly themed Wednesday night out and girls night out, trivia, murder mystery date nights, and free yoga on the point with beautiful views. Everyone can find something to do at Chenault Vineyards. Want to know more? Follow them on Facebook and Instagram or plan your night out at ChenaultVineyards.com.
We all have dreams. For some, it might be playing professional baseball like Keenan Wiley, former Madison Central baseball player, did. For others, maybe it's just dreaming of your forever home. Well, after a career of playing the game that he loved, now Keenan has another dream, helping you find that dream home. Check out the new development at Crutcher Pike Estates here in Richmond. Like Keenan Wiley Real Estate on Facebook, and let Keenan help guide you through the process of finding your dream home in Central Kentucky.
Back to the action here in Richmond with great crossing on top, 42-38, 2:45 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. Michael Watkins, Evan Preston here with you on WBON TV. It's in the hands of Cooper. He'll work it over to Orem, who has been slowed down quite a bit in this 3rd period after a 20-point first half. His average. Now it's in the hands. Orem works his way in, blocked, and Feldhouse will corral it. Ball thrown over to Steele, and we've got a whistle. Who's it going to be on? The fans starting to really come alive in front of us, too. Let's see. He'll inbound. Joe Powers will throw it in for the Indians. He'll come in the backcourt to Steele. Back to Powers. They'll look inside Feldhouse. Double team. Inside to Powers. Kicks it out. Burton. 3. No good. And the rebound to Galimpo. He's double teamed. Finds Schwartz. Great crossing, has numbers. Ishmael lays it off to Orem. Great job by Burton to get back in the play defensively. You missed the shot on one end, but you make up for it with a good job of trilling in and stopping the penetration by the Warhawks.
That's a good three Burton got there, an inside-out three. Coach Feldhouse is going to be plenty fine with inside-out threes like that one. Just didn't make that one.
Cooper will inbound to DeLimpo. Oral right there to set a screen. What a great job by Will Richardson to prevent the screen from even being a factor. Swartz will drive, and he'll lay it in. That's a good job by Great Crossing to get an easy shot, stop the bleeding for a moment, and push the lead back to 6. Feldhouse. Here's it off to Burton. Grayson pump fakes. Gets in for 2. Count it. And Grayson Burton, he gets that spot that is so good of creating an open look and knocking down the J.
16-6 run right now for Central.
Look at you doing math.
That's the high as I can go. If it gets any bigger than that, I'm done.
Baseline drive for Ishmael. Ball deflected out.
Checking in for the Warhawks.
Coots.
Number 15, Jordan Coots.
We'll check back in for Great Crossing. DeLimpo back over to the bench for Coach Page. Swartz, Kuntz, Cooper, Orem, and Ishmael in the game for Great Crossing. Throw it into Orem. Still defending on the point guard Ishmael. They'll drop it down. Orem got it again. Feldhouse as they face off. Take it out to Swartz. We dip under a minute to play here in the third quarter. Great Crossing on top by 4. It'll stay that way as that shot comes off. Central. See if they can just keep digging at it here. Down 44-40. Get inside Feldhouse. Jake tried to find a cutting teammate. Central now with a great look inside. Powers had it blocked by Orem. And the long outlet to Burton with the block. Burton went up high for the swat. Back the other way, Richardson. He'll lay it off for Feldhouse. Jake with Orem defending, and the timeout is called. At the other end, Swartz on the deck. Training staff going out there to check on him. No foul call. Man, there was a lot of contact there, but a great defensive play by Grayson Burton.
Yeah, I think he's gonna have to come out since they stopped play.
Yeah.
I think honestly he came down on his back or his chest, but then his head hit the floor. Get him checked out.
He laid there for a minute or so. Then
he's a tough kid, though. I mean, I don't know if we got that on there, but I mean it looked like a good block from here. It's hard to tell, but just two kids playing really hard, man. Two kids that want to win, so. Hope he's okay. He's getting checked out by the trainers now.
We've seen some ferocious blocks tonight. Feldhouse from way deep. Missed it. Burton, the offensive rebound. He'll put it back in. And the Indians have cut it to 2. What a third quarter by Madison Central. Down by just a pair now. In the hands of Cooper. 7 seconds to go. He'll take the 3. Burton right on him. No good. And with 2.1 to play, Madison Central with the chance to tie or take the lead before we go to the fourth quarter. Powers will throw it in. Watch for Feldhouse. He runs all the way to the opposite end of the corner. Joe Powers will chuck it down. Feldhouse gets it. Turnaround 3. No good. Third quarter comes to an end. Madison Central down by 2. They were down by a lot more than that at the half. We'll see if they can take the lead on the other side. Fourth quarter coming your way in Richmond on WBON TV.
Hey! Oh my gosh, your husband is so hot. I know. No, like really hot. I know.
We've got to call Joseph's Heating and Air.
Is your AC unit not cooling? Call Joseph's Heating and Air. Your experts in fast, reliable AC maintenance and repair. They'll keep you cool when it matters most. Proudly serving Richmond, Lexington, and surrounding areas. Don't sweat it. Call Joseph's Heating and Air.
Hi, I'm Gwen from Gwen's Fine Jewelers, and we would love to invite you into our family-owned business.
Select from our beautiful Valina designs, Carriza designs, or we can custom design your dream ring. Gwen's Fine Jewelers is your exclusive Kendra Scott boutique in Richmond. Special financing options available, on-site jewelry repair, and layaway. Find your dream ring at Gwen's. Gwen's Fine Jewelers, where dreams come true.
Back to the action here in Richmond on WBON TV. We go to the fourth quarter. Brought to you by Pruitt & Sons Auctioneers. Sign up and have Pruitt & Sons Auctioneers help you recoup some funds from all of the things that go on in life. When you need to sell some of your assets, Pruitt & Sons Auctioneers is the name that sells. You can find out more at PruittAuctioneers.com or like Pruitt & Sons Auctioneers on Facebook. Feldhouse with the poke away. Jake at the other end. Slam! Up high and down hard, and a tie game as a result. 44-44. Indians have come all the way back to tie us up. Delimpo to Orem. Orem was the go-to guy in the first half, but he was shut down in the third quarter. It's a screen. Delimpo, three, way off. Ishmael, the rebound, blocked by Feldhouse. He'll lay it off for Steele. Indians back the other way. Burton, deep three. Too hard. Rebound to Ishmael. And he'll slow it down as Richardson comes in to put him on the floor. Check out the rebound or the replay here on the dunk by Feldhouse. The one-hand flush. And Orem had nowhere to go but just watch Jake fly by.
Those kids say, Mike, don't jump.
Yeah.
Huh? we
Don't
have to worry about that, did we?
I was happy just to hit a layup every now and then.
Slap that backboard.
7:05 to play in the fourth. A new ball game, 44 apiece. Pass to Delimpo, squared up with Burton. Orem, Feldhouse, back there defensively. 2 fouls in the first quarter, but he's done a good job of staying out of foul trouble since. They pass it over on the left side to Schwartz. He'll work on Powers. Good to see Schwartz back in the game after a nasty fall, but he had it poked away here. Powers trying to chase it down. Ball's loose. Schwartz finds Ishmael, and the ball was deflected away. Great defense by Joe Powers. He guarded 3 different guys on that possession. Ball will be in the hands of Great Crossing as Orem will throw it in.
You think
in the corner.
What Coach Feldhouse said to them at halftime, you think it got through to them as far as defensively? I would say a little bit.
Yeah,
right?
something's
6
worked.
points since. Yep.
Orem inside, working on Burton. Got him in the air and able to finish. Orem just too big inside with Burton, who had taken the switch.
Great move being patient, getting him up off the floor.
Steele, little head fake, lost the handle. Ball's loose. We got a tie-up, possession arrow, maybe a timeout. Great Crossing. Coach Feldhouse doesn't like the call. The officials come together here. Let's see what it is. The timeout, Great Crossing, 46-44. We'll be right back. What a game on WBON TV.
To some, it's just a boat. But to Jim, it's his escape from meetings, traffic, and the grind of daily life. He may not catch any keepers, but he wouldn't trade his day on the lake for anything in the world. That's why his boat is insured by Kentucky Farm Bureau. But it's not just Kentucky's Farm Bureau. It's Jim's Recharge the Battery Farm Bureau. My Farm Bureau.
David Mayo, John Rader, and Chris Hornsby with Kentucky Farm Bureau.
Orem will toss it in for Great Crossing in there with Ishmael, Schwartz, Cooper, and Washington, who has checked back in. For the Indians, the starters in there, minus Luke Asher, who's got 3 fouls. Joe Powers in the game at the moment for the Indians. Trying to post up Orem on Feldhouse. Jake, great defense to prevent it, and a whistle. Travel violation is the call.
Great possession there from the Indians defense.
46-44. Samantha Burford pointing out Great Crossing's a little bit tired. I mean, this game's been physical. Yeah. A lot of guys kind of doubling over right now. It's in the hands of Burton. He'll swing it right side. Indians very patient here on this possession. Richardson will drive it in. Might have gotten away with the travel.
No, I think he did. He's fine.
Feldhouse in the right corner. Got a defender in the air. Bounce pass inside to Burton. Grayson might have used the arm to curl it inside and lay it in Grayson Burton showing you the levels to his game, not just a shooter. We've seen him drive and knock down a nice jump shot. That time with his back to the basket, able to finish and tie it back at 46.
Realistically, I think both coaches are really liking how this game's turning out because they're, preparing their teams for district tournament that's not that far away, Mike.
Yeah, this is a postseason-like feel to it.
Absolutely it
in
is.
early January, as the Indians almost got a turnover there, and Feldhouse will pick up his third. So if you're Jake, obviously you play a certain way, but now you got to keep in the back of your mind that's the third foul. The fourth one could come at any moment, and that fifth one,
right,
you got to be really weary of that now if you're Jake Feldhouse.
And 5 minutes in a tie game.
Easy call there as Orem with the push-off. Feldhouse hits the deck, and now Orem called for the foul. And you can see the frustration for a kid in Orem who had 20 points in the first half. He averages 21. He is still sitting on that 20 number right now.
Yeah, and you can tell. You can see they're high school kids. You can tell when they're going to make a few shots on their face. He's visibly frustrated right now, and Feldhouse is smiling. So you can just tell most high school kids show it on their face.
Great crossing now is switched over to a zone defense. Burton will try to shoot him out of it. Ball comes out. Richardson the offensive rebound. Steele now inside to Powers. Back to Richardson. They'll look inside to Burton. Grayson swings it back around as Steele resets the offense against this 2-3 zone of the Warhawks. Feed inside in the corner. It's Feldhouse. Jake thought about a three. Kicks it back to Burton. They'll work it over to Richardson. Burton now kicks it back into the corner. Good defense by the Warhawks. And there's a foul on Ishmael as he kind of did a little do-si-do there with Will Richardson. Luke Asher back into the game. Joe Powers will head back to the bench after some great minutes in the late third, early part of the fourth quarter for Joe Powers.
Yeah, big minutes for Powers there. Now with Asher back in this zone, they can work that high-low a little bit better with Asher, power guard, watch this high-low action right here.
Feldhouse out to Burton. Draws a double team. They swing it back over. Open three, Richardson. In and out, Luke Asher able to go for the rebound, hits the floor, and we've got a whistle. And was he on the baseline? I guess. He was. Yeah. He the referee kind of just pointed to him, not sure what the call was.
I guess he said, look at him. He's out of bounds. I think
easy call.
Yeah, I think he was telling us to look.
Would you look at it? 46-46. Halfway through the fourth quarter in Richmond. What a game we've had for you, Indians.
Oh, my goodness.
We're down big early. A steal for Richardson. Will on the drive. Hangs and able to finish. Will Richardson with Jake Feldhouse running the floor with him. Puts the Indians in front for the first time in a long time. Schwartz, the three. What an answer. Big shot for Schwartz. Retakes the lead for Great Crossing. We have got a really good classic in the early part of January, an 11th region battle between the defending state champs and the Indians of Madison Central. Burton off the lob from Richardson, able to finish on the other end. Indians retake the lead, 50-49.
Screen the backside bottom guy right there for the lob.
Cooper left wide open. He'll take the three. Another answer. Great Crossing after Central went in front for the first time in the second half. Back-to-back threes. It's now a 2-point lead for Great Crossing. Feldhouse to Burton. Grayson on the drive, working on Cooper. Kicks it out to Steele. We're near 2.5 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. Bounce pass to Feldhouse. Double teamed. Jake steps back. Got Orem up in the air. Feeds Asher inside. Tie game. Timeout, Allen Feldhouse. Knotted up at 52-52 before we decide to go to break. Jake, Gage, you said you had a replay there of the block. I want to take a look at this block by Grayson Burton here in just a minute. 52-52, 24 seconds left to play. We've seen some tremendous defense. This was the play a moment ago as Powers missed it at the other end. Look at this block by Grayson Burton. This is where Schwartz got hurt. Just tremendous defense. There was some contact underneath. You can see the head of Schwartz hit the floor. Shows you how tough he is. Wanted to look back at that on our Interior Solutions by ICL replay. But a 52-52 lead here or a tie game in the fourth quarter. That was just one of the great plays we've seen in this second half by Central to battle their way back. Still a long way to go. We are set up for a spectacular finish in Richmond. Cooper will inbound. He comes into Schwartz. Both Cooper and Schwartz have hit a pair of threes in the last 2 possessions for Great Crossing to help them build this lead. 2:11 to play. Ball almost knocked loose. Steele comes in to get it. He does.
Steele is just a very steady defender.
Yeah.
He's just always there.
Makes the smart play. They get it down to Feldhouse. Jake got 2 defenders on him. Somebody is open. It's Richardson at the moment. Burton lays it in. Minute 42 to play. Schwartz, not this time. Ball tipped out. It'll stay with Great Crossing.
I really like what Coach Feldhouse has done this second half, is getting the ball to the rim and being the more physical team, because they got out physicaled in the first half. So
it's been an impressive switch. You can, and that's what they've done. Again, over the last month, the second half is where they have really been able to extend the lead or build a lead. And here they've had to battle their way back. A timeout by Great Crossing. 54-52, a minute 39 left to play. What a game we've had here tonight, folks. Full timeout. We'll take this one with them on the other side. A terrific finish coming your way on WBON.
Granite, marble, and quartz for any surface. Make a lifetime commitment you won't regret.
Wings or strips?
Wings.
No, strips. Guess you gotta flip a coin.
Famous last words.
Wings and strips.
You just can't lose with the split decision meal. Only at Lee's. Famous for a reason.
Your Lee's Famous Recipe locations are proud supporters of our local Madison County High School sports teams. Have dinner tonight before the game at Lee's Berea, just off I-75 at exit 76, or swing by Lee's Richmond, 1000 Center Drive.
The pep section for Madison Central trying to cheer their team on to a come-from-behind finish. They were down big in the first half, as many as 16 points, but they've taken the lead to the minute 39 left to play in the fourth quarter. Schwartz comes into Cooper. Grayson Burton defending. Cooper works his way inside. Might have got away with the travel. It's Orem, who's been ultra quiet in the second half. Not anymore. Big shot to tie it up. Minute 25 remaining. 54 all. Asher in the right corner. Luke up top to Burton. Grayson works it near side to Steele. And he's trying to find Feldhouse. Bad pass from Steele, and it'll go out of bounds. And normally very calm, cool, and collected Cam Steele, as he and Feldhouse unable to converge on the high five. Took 3 or 4 times for him to get it down there. Here we go with Schwartz now. Minute 7 to play. This is going to be a terrific finish, folks. Stay tuned. You don't want to miss the final 60 from here in Richmond. Schwartz picked up by Asher. Kicks it out to Limpo. Will Richardson with the defense. They'll lay it off. Now it's back in the hands of Schwartz. Orem sets the screen. Schwartz drives in. Terrific defense, but better offense. Schwartz.
What a shot.
Putting the team on his back and putting his team in front. We got a foul, and Coach Page going to go with the switch. Going to go with some offense-defense here. They'll bring in Coombs and bring DeLimpo back to the bench. So,
smart play.
Yeah, I like it too.
Foul, yeah.
Plenty of fouls to give here, so why not use one? Get your defensive guy in the game.
They're going to front Feldhouse right here. They're going to look. They're going to double front him.
Yeah. They come in to steal in the backcourt. Burton on the left wing. Up top to Feldhouse. Jake, open three. Got it! From long range. Jake Feldhouse dials it up. Indians in front. Orem sets the screen. Ishmael driving. Kuntz back to Schwartz. Now back in the hands of Orem. Blocked by Feldhouse. Orem with the basketball. We've got a whistle underneath and a timeout. Coach Page. 57-56. 10 seconds to play. We'll take a 30-second break and come back. You will not miss a second of the final 10.4. Folks, what a finish. On the way on WBON TV.
Since 1974, Linville Insurance has proudly served our community with values that stand the test of time. Family, integrity, and service. We lead with kindness, do what's right, help others, and stay informed so you can trust us with what matters most. As a proud Shepherd Insurance partner, we offer the strength of a large agency with the heart of a local one. From business to home, auto, farm, life, and employee benefits, we are your one-stop insurance advisor. Join the Linville Insurance family and experience the difference.
10.4 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. Madison Central and Great Crossing, and an instant classic early January matchup in the 11th region. The 11th region favorite right now, Madison Central, taking on the defending 11th region champ and the defending state champ in the Warhawks of Great Crossing. What a battle it's been with the Warhawks. Down one with the ball. Orem has been their guy tonight. He's had a quiet second half, just 4 points. But look for him to be the guy they go to here in the final 10.4. Schwartz will be the trigger man. He'll come in up top looking at Cooper. Richardson on the defense. Cooper get around him, and Richardson sneaks in for the foul. I'll tell you what, that's a great decision there by Alan Feldhouse as well. You got at least one more foul to use in the final 7.4.
Right, and you don't want them to get ahead of steam, to get downhill. Probably use another one here. If they get the ball above the free throw line, go ahead and take another one. You don't want to take one near the basket, obviously, but
Cooper again trying to get open. He will. Richardson unable to defend. Cooper missed it. Orem the rebound. Shot no in the quarter. The buzzer, will it sound? It will. Indians hold on. Burton with the slam. It won't count. But the Indians hold on. What a finish. 57-56 your final score. A lot of contact underneath. Gage, show us that replay if you can. We'll look at the final possession for Great Crossing one more time. Can you see that replay one more time? With Great Crossing unable to get one to fall. Cooper tried his best. Orem with some contact underneath. It's hard to get that call late in the game, man.
It's tough. The refs are always going to let that play out. That guy's got some hops. My goodness.
Quincy Compton of the football team showing off his hops underneath. But my goodness, what a terrific game tonight. Indians struggled all first half. They find a way to pull it out in the second half to win 57-56, your final score. We'll step aside for a 3-minute commercial break. We'll come back to the CG Bank postgame show. A lot to talk about in this one on WBON TV.
At Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry, we make it our priority to deliver the gentle, compassionate care that you deserve from a dentist. Offering single-visit restoration on crowns, bridges, inlays, onlays, and veneers with CERAC. Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry is equipped to handle all your dental needs, from surgical implant placement and restoration, teeth whitening, root canal therapy, and more. And we now have the Cone Beam 3D technology for taking scans of the jaw. For your next dental appointment, call Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry at 859-985-0201.
Founded by Kentuckians for Kentuckians, Whitaker Bank is a uniquely Kentucky bank committed to the communities it serves. At Whitaker Bank, you'll find personalized service, a dedication to excellence, and a genuine desire to help you achieve your financial goals. Visit us at any of our conveniently located branches or go to whitakerbank.com to learn how Whitaker Bank can serve you. Whitaker Bank, uniquely Kentucky.
Buying this boat was a total no-brainer.
Okay, I get it. You say no-brainer and the guy with no brain shows up.
I'm sorry, we met our new boat.
For a new boat? You don't call me. You call State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is...
There?
I was gonna say that.
He's right. Your State Farm agent can help you choose the right coverage for your new boat
and your RV. It's kind of a no-brainer. Easy decision.
All right.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Are you tired of living with the pain and discomfort that comes with getting older? If you're like me, then sometimes just getting up can be a challenge. At Orthopedic Sports and Physical Therapy in Richmond, their experts are here to help get you back in the game. Whether it's a sports injury, recovering from an accident, or just the aches and pains that come with age, they'll connect you with someone who can put together a personalized treatment plan and deliver long-lasting results. Visit osptky.com to get started, or go by and see former Madison Central graduate Heather Kleins.
At the Galaxy Bowling Center and Champions Bar and Grill, we have activities galore, including video games, bowling, pool, delicious food at Champions, plus karaoke and live entertainment 7 days a week. Enjoy the climate-controlled patio, watch NFL football, and your Kentucky Wildcats all season long. The Galaxy Bowling Center and Champions Bar and Grill, just off exit 87 at 1025 Amberley Way in Richmond.
Honor, integrity, excellence. When it comes to protecting your home, rely on the experts who have served our country. At VC Veterans Contracting, our mission is to make your home feel safe. Our customers constantly rate us 5 stars for our expertise and professionalism. Trust your roof to the veterans who served. Call VC Veterans Contracting today or scan the code on screen for a free quote. VC Veterans Contracting, your roof, our mission.
57-56, your final here on the CG Bank postgame show. And our final verdict is brought to you by Blevins Law Office in Berea. When you want results that win, like Madison Central did tonight, trust the experts and the staff at Blevins Law. And our final verdict tonight, Madison Central 57-56, victors over the defending state champs, the Warhawks from Great Crossing. What a terrific game tonight, Evan. Indians down big in the first half, but they used the second half rally with terrific defense and changing up the way they played. We talked about it in the commercial break there. Coach Feldhouse told Samantha they shot way too many threes in the first half. They shot just 7 in the second half, only made one of them, but the one they made was really the one that mattered. Jake Feldhouse's 3 late there in the fourth quarter to give them the lead and the 1-point victory.
It was, and he also told her they were shooting too quick and were playing the worst defense they had all year. They made those changes. That second half defense was completely different team that we saw, and they didn't fire up, contested threes. We saw the first, 4 or 5 minutes of the third quarter, everything they got was at the rim, and I think that's how you grind back into a game when you're down 14, 16 points.
I'll tell you what, look at the difference in the first half defensively for the Indians compared to the second half. In the first half, Great Crossing shoots 14 of 29 from the field, 48.3%. 5 of 11 from 3 for 45.5%. But in the second half, 7 of 24 from the field for 30%. 2 of 8 from 3, just 25% there. Only shot 2 free throws, made both of those. And the Indians cleaned up their play on both sides. They had 9 turnovers in the first half, just 3 in the second half. And this is the lowest scoring output for Central this year. 57 points. They had 59 in the loss to St. X, their only loss of the season. Tonight, 57, and those 3 guys who have carried the scoring load tonight, Burton, Feldhouse, and Asher, they combined for 50 of the 57, 20 points each from Feldhouse and Burton, 10 for Asher. But those guys all really came alive in the second half. Asher didn't really have the opportunities, had foul trouble, set out about half of the second half. He finishes with 6 points in the second half, 10 for the game. Feldhouse and Burton each finished with 20. Feldhouse had 13 in the second half, Burton with 12, as those guys really found a way to score on one end, and really the defense on the other. The most impressive thing is they hold Great Crossing to, again, below 30% from the field in half 2, 40% for the game.
Yeah, and like we say, really good teams, when you get close to district, close to regional play, you have to be able to win these low-scoring games. You're not always going to score 85 or 90. These low-scoring games are where you find out which teams can really bring a trophy home, whether it be district, region, or the state championship, as both of these teams have done. So these low-scoring games, I think you find out a lot more about teams in the low-scoring games than you do the high-scoring games.
Madison Central tonight with the 1-point victory as we look now at our Jack Burford Chevrolet drive of the game. I'll tell you what, that time of year, some great New Year sales going on at Jack Burford Chevrolet. They got plenty of great vehicles to choose from, and if you're unable to stop in on the bypass across from Walmart, you can visit them online at jackburford.com. See the entire inventory at Jack Burford Chevrolet, and they've got some great deals for you right now to start 2026. Our drive of the game tonight, the one-hand slam by Jake Feldhaus, is our Jack Burford drive of the game, and that steal and that flush to start the fourth quarter. That was the very first play of the fourth quarter. You see it right here. Feldhaus just sneaks in for the steal. Orem didn't want to contest too much, and that really kind of set the tone for that fourth quarter and the end that would come later on as the Indians again close it out and win by 1. We'll now look at our Precision Hot Gas Plumbing player of the game, our hot player of the game tonight, Grayson Burton. He was really consistent throughout the game. Had 8 points in the first half, 12 in the second half. He goes 9 of 15 from the field. Didn't shoot the 3-ball great, but nobody from Central did, as they just go 3 of 18. But he's got 20 points in the game and a great job of kind of stemming the tide there in the first half with Feldhaus out with the foul trouble, and then in the second half doing his thing, working that two-man game. Him and Feldhaus doing a great job in that second half to kind of get the team back in it and eventually go on for the 1-point win.
Yeah, Burton is a great piece to add with Feldhaus because he can enter it from those wings into Feldhaus. If people go double, they can't double on Burton's side because he's such a good shooter. He didn't shoot it good tonight, but how many did he have?
He had 20 points, 2 of 8 from 3,
and shot and didn't shoot very well.
I would take 20 when I played. Give me 20 points. I'll take that all night long.
There's a lot of kids that I coached and that I played with. 20 is always going to help your team win, especially when you get it from 2 guys. And when you get it from 3 guys, like I told you, the high school basketball, 60 points is plenty enough points for a championship caliber team to score. And they had plenty enough tonight because guess what? It was one more. That's what it all comes down to. So no matter how bad they played, Burton really kept them in it while Feldhaus stayed out for that first few minutes of that first quarter. So he was huge for him.
Yeah, and I think, Coach Feldhaus would give Greg Crossing a lot of credit. They had a terrific game plan. They were physical from the start. Orem had his game going there in the first half. But I think this is why this Central team is so dangerous, because they can turn it on. Now, we talked about it. Eventually, playing the way they did tonight is going to get them beat. You can't just play one half. You've got to come out, put the pedal to the metal from the tip. They've not done that the last month of the season, but thus far it's not really came back to bottom. They've got to find a way to fix that as they go into the rest of January, flip the calendar to February, and begin their postseason run. Final score, 57-56, here to wrap up the CG Bank postgame show. Thanks to Evan Preston, first game on the call with us tonight. Is it the first time you've been on the air with us?
It is.
It's first time?
So, yeah.
So first time Evan's been on the call with us. Look forward to many more games with him. Gage Hill, our producer, Landon Eads, Copeland Peterson, and Garrett Stearns on the camera work tonight for us. Garrett did a terrific job last night on the play-by-play of the Southern girls game. So we'll have plenty more of great basketball on the way next week. Next Friday night, Madison Central, Madison Southern, the county clash, always a fun one. And for Samantha Burford, our halftime reporter, I'm Michael Watkins. Folks, thanks for hanging out with us here. We hope you've had a great start to 2026. A lot of good basketball left in the regular season, and we'll get ready for the postseason down the stretch as well. Doing to let you know, if you are watching on WBON TV, Channel 9. We've got some great coverage coming up for you. Stay here with us on WBON TV and check out our programming tonight on our TV stations. We will join our movie in progress, The Last Time I Saw Paris. Not sure if that's Paris Hilton or the Paris, Kentucky. Maybe Paris, France. There's a lot to choose from. That's the movie on tap right now on WBON. And for all the rest of us, Aiden Mills, our radio producer, some big things coming your way in the future. Thanks for watching on WBON TV.